So, hello, good evening. Welcome again to today's episode of One Hot Topic. And today is June 12th, and it is 10:33 in the evening here in Phoenix. What's going on in today's beauty pageant world? Of course, it's another drama, right? I cannot believe it. So, the drama right now is that Miss Safiétou Kabengele, she is the third runner-up Miss France, released a long video. Not really that long, but it's because it's French that I felt like it's longer for me because I had to listen to it several times. And of course, I have to keep going back to the tiny caption, English caption that she has on the video. But I do have it, and we will be making a commentary about it. So, one of the things, of course, that we have to highlight is her relationship with Miss Rachel Gupta. Apparently, they didn't really get into a good start. I'm not sure what's going on behind the scenes, but this is again just like any work environment, right? You cannot expect to get along with everybody at work. It's just the truth about it. And what that teaches you is that it teaches you to be more tolerant. Either that, if you're really unhappy, then you'll just have to leave. You cannot be going in there, making side comments and making everybody's lives miserable because you're not only making their life miserable, but you are also making your life miserable. And sometimes that's the reason why when I go to work, I just go there and work. I don't make friends, and it's because I don't want to have expectations. I don't want to have other people expecting from me, and at the same time, I don't want to have expectations of other people and end up in a situation wherein I would say to myself, oh, I should have not trusted her. Oh, I should have not said anything. So it's better to have that professional boundary and not cross it. It's good to be vocal, of course. You need to be more tolerant with each other, or else we're going to end up with a group that's going to be fighting every day and you cannot get things done. Going back again to the history of Rachel and also with Safiétou, it seems like they had a fallout sometime in November of last year when she was doing some sort of a live or maybe an interview. Someone asked Safiétou, who is Miss France, that it seems like she is not too close with Rachel Gupta. And her answer was that why would I be close to someone who is disrespectful of me? Of course, we don't know what happened, like we said. I've seen some of their lives wherein Safiétou was also a little bit disrespectful of Rachel Gupta. You just can tell the animosity between the two girls. Like I said, this is so typical of a workplace area. You cannot expect to be friends with everybody else. And you are only there as a pageant winner for 1 year. It's not like you're going to work with them Monday to Friday from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the evening. I don't think that's how it works with this beauty contestants, right? Because in real life, that's how we do it. You hate your boss, but you have to go to work and work with your boss from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, Monday to Friday, until you decide to leave. Because if you cannot take it and you decide to leave, then good for you, if you have that option. So that's what happened. So she said that, and of course, it became this huge drama. And apparently, Mr. Nawat took Rachel, Miss Gupta's side at the time. I'll be curious as to what really happened between the two. Rachel Gupta hasn't addressed it. And we say Rachel Gupta is not, of course, the perfect person, right? But I appreciate that she did not make a big deal out of it because she's already embroiled with this drama with MGI. And the thing with Safiétou, she's now got issue with MGI. She's publicly acknowledged that she has issues with Rachel, and it looks like she has not let it go as well. Because even after what happened in December, 6 months ago? Yeah, 6 months ago in December, she was still going back to it, and I have not heard Rachel addressed it. So sometimes it's better to be quiet. I appreciate that you are being vocal, that you are standing up for yourself. That's good, right? But there are also things that comes with it. And that's what you saw is the breakdown of the relationship. Your dirty laundry is out there and everybody's talking about it. On her video, she did mention, and I noticed that one too, when I opened the Facebook for Miss Grand International, this was actually the original banner that they had. So that's why I was wondering, I said, why is Miss France here? I thought that she got dethroned, but because that's what everybody is saying. So you see CJ Opiaza in here. Of course, we don't have Miss Myanmar because she resigned, and we have Miss Grand here, Miss France here. And so I was wondering why she is here. Of course, she did mention about that on her video. And then afterwards, apparently Miss Teresa blocked her. I'm not sure, MGI blocked her. And then now this is how the MGI Facebook banner looks like. Okay, so Safiétou is no longer there. So we'll go ahead and watch her video. And then in between, we'll probably make commentaries. Again, it's in French. So I try to make it as big as I can so you can see the English transcription in the bottom. And we will also forward some areas of the video. That way we can get to the juicy parts. So let's take a listen. Okay, so basically that is just a quick introduction. She's saying that she is here to say something quite important. That way we can put it into context and so that we will understand what happened. And here she will be introducing her name and also some probably very basic information about her. In here, she is briefly stating that she is the representative of France to the MGI or Miss Grand International, that she is black and she is bald and all the good stuff, and of course just having that pride to represent her country basically. So she is now trying to relay what happened between that interview, or not an interview, it looks like it's kind of like within her community. Someone asked her why she is not close to Miss Rachel Gupta, and she said because she is frank and she is spontaneous. She answered honestly, and she said that she will not be nice to someone she can call hypocrite and also with poor behavior. She added that she thinks Miss India is haughty or kind of like arrogant to other people, and that she didn't like it. Basically said that people were taking screenshots of it and people are making a big drama about it. Mr. Nawad found out about what happened, but I feel like if she's calling Miss India hypocrite, she is also being hypocrite, and I'm so sorry to say that. If you were having problems with Miss India, did you at least try to invite her and sit down on the side with her? Did you give her the benefit of the doubt? Maybe she didn't know that she was being quote-unquote arrogant. Maybe that is truly just her personality. Everybody's got different personalities. Like you said, you are honest and you are frank. Why did you not go to Miss India and told her what your issues are instead of addressing it on a public domain just like on Instagram? So here, I will just go ahead and summarize what she said. So apparently Mr. Nawad found out what she said on Instagram, and naturally he probably got upset because these are your beauty queens. And knowing that they are having a beef out there and it's public in social media, he probably didn't like it because you are the face of the organization. Of course, we know Mr. Nawad says things as well. He probably wasn't very happy with Safiétou. So while that is going on, I think her mom in France was also not feeling well or was probably sick. And so while she was taking care of that drama that she herself caused on Instagram, now she actually had to go back to France. And when she went back to France, I think she was called by MGI/Mr. Nawad like a thief, and that she is no longer part of MGI family. So Safiétou is saying that she was shocked and she couldn't believe it. She was just being honest, and unfortunately she was subjected to harassment, probably online, and also racism for 6 months. So following that incident, she is saying here that in December there were rumors that were circulating that she got dethroned. And what bothers her, it seems like what bothered her until now is that MGI or Mr. Nawat never went back to the media or never went back to doing their live, whatever they have to do, or probably posted on their social media page that she did not really get dethroned. So they just let it be. The speculation was just there. Even I thought she got dethroned, but it looks like she wasn't. And MGI, the organization never came back and corrected and provide correction to that narrative. It seems like she also tried to reach out to MGI, and they never really wanted to speak with her at that time. She's saying that the committee was quiet and never said any words. Despite of everything that's being said on her Instagram, on her TikTok, they never stood up for her or they never came to her aid for months. So this is what I don't like about this video, is that on this part, she actually had to bring back Rachel Gupta and stated that just last week when Rachel Gupta resigned or got dethroned, then MGI came back to me and people started coming back to me saying that apparently, she's correct. Whatever, like we said, whatever happened between the two of them, we do not know. So we are not privy to that information. I think it would have been better that if it's her fight, it's just her fight. She should not be dragging Rachel Gupta in there because Rachel is also going through her fight with MGI. So if she was annoyed and she was bothered that MGI didn't come to her defense at that time, that is something that she should take to MGI without Rachel's name in there. I think. That's just my opinion. I guess last week, I'm not sure if it was last week, but just recently, MGI came back and started this conversation with her. So she asked them, hey, sometime last year, I believe it was December, I sent a message and I was trying to communicate with the organization to ask if I'm still part of the big family because this is what Mr. Nawat said. And I guess their answer to her was that, forget about that. You are part of the family. So she was very disappointed with that answer. And yes, I agree. If I'm also on her shoes, I will also be disappointed. I will probably would have not brought back Miss Rachel Gupta in there. It's because it looks like I'm taking away from her experiences. She's got her experiences. She never even addressed whatever is going on between her and Safiétou. I feel like that's something that she would have preferred dealing internally or privately with Safiétou, and unfortunately, Safiétou had to go and say it to her community. And of course, we know, all of us, we are just humans, and if there's something that is juicy, we just love to screenshot it and have it everywhere, right? Post it everywhere because it creates the drama. So Safiétou's message is really brave, I have to say. It does offer a rare look into the inner tension between the public image and also the personal dignity that these ladies have in what we call the pageant world. So her decision to speak resonates deeply with women everywhere who have been told to stay quiet, to smile, to keep the peace, despite of the emotional harm. In many ways, she truly embodies the new generation, not just of beauty queens, but this new generation. They refuse to suffer silently. And I have a 19-year-old, and I tell you, she's not silent at all. But it's only fair to say that being bold and being frank is not the only path to being wise, because this is the real world. Whether at work, in our communities, in our families, timing, tolerance, and discretion matter. There is a big difference between courage and impulsivity. Perhaps this moment of confrontation that is so publicly aired was not the most constructive or mature forum to discuss whatever is going on behind the curtains. In such an emotional, complex environment, especially one which is as delicate as international competitions, knowing when to speak and when to wait is just as important as the message you want to convey. If everyone were as frank and unfiltered as Safiétou in a high stress space, a high stress environment, believe it or not, we wouldn't be promoting justice, and we will actually be fueling constant conflict. And that's what we saw in this case. So Rachel Gupta, on the other hand, of course, I'm sure that she's got her flaws as well. But she chose silence. And while there's probably lots of people who are feeling so frustrated because they want clarity, they want explanation, it also reflects a kind of self-control. Because like they say, silence can also be strength, especially when the situation is just like this one, emotionally volatile or not yet fully understood. I think Rachel's restraint may have been less about avoidance of the problem, but more about maintaining the dignity under pressure. So, anyways, what do you guys think? Do we preserve harmony or prioritize our truths? Should we call it out or should we let it go? Let me know in the comments below. Well, it's already 1:17 in the morning here in Phoenix, and it's Friday the 13th, so it's June 13th. Please don't forget to subscribe, to share, and also to like this video, as it really helps on the algorithm and also for the growth of the channel. I'll see you again on the next episode of One Hot Topic. Good night!